Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderfall Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video, we're going to talk about some rumours. So, Horus Heresy has been a game that I've long been wanting to get back into. I played it when it originally came out, when you only had the original Black Book out with Emperor's Children, Sons of Horus, and had a fun little Sons of Horus army for the game originally. It was really fun, and it just sort of fell away over time. I was playing other games while it sort of went through its growth, and really just never got truly back into it. However, with the channel growing and looking to play more games and really enjoying just expanding my horizons from Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40k and playing other things, Horus Heresy for me has been one of those games that I think is probably an easy in. Really like Space Marines, it's fast to paint something up, it's got a great bit of lore, which is always important for me when getting into any game system, so got that down pat. I love the Horus Heresy books. In fact, you can go read my opinions on who I think the best Legion is, my personal favourite Legion. In another video we did, I'll pop that up in the top of the corner, but that's for another time. I'm really excited about these rumours because if Horus Heresy has another fantastic box set, like we did with, say, the Betrayal at Kauth or the Prospero box, any of them, they were great to get people into Horus Heresy, and I really want something like that to come out again so I can get back into Horus Heresy. Be really excited to see what we're going to do with this game set. With that said, let's talk about these rumours that are revolving around brand new box sets that are going to come out and be a new entry point into the Horus Heresy. So let's get cracking on into it and chat about them, and I'd love to hear everyone's opinions on these box sets. Alright, so let's start with the model related rumours. So this is the change for the Horus Heresy. Now the big thing here is apparently it's been moving to the main Games Workshop studio as a fully fledged, I guess, game system, main focused game system. Now this is really interesting, and maybe this is a little bit wish listy, I guess. It's always been rumoured that like people think that this is going to become a main game, and you know what, I hope it does. I hope the success of this game can lead to it becoming a mainline game system, something you see played more often and by more people, because that, at the end of the day, is all we want for all our games. We want to see more people playing our game, so we have more people to play our game against. That is the best thing about any of this. And so, moving to the main studio, apparently this is definitely something that's happening. A lot of the Forge World staff that were working on the Horus Heresy already have been moved over to main Games Workshop studio. Now, before they moved over, apparently they were already working on a brand new Age of Darkness rulebook, so it'll be interesting to sort of see how that works, and if indeed that is true. And apparently the White Dwarf team as well is going to grow to properly cover 30k within the White Dwarf publication. We'll be getting a Black Book, the first one. For those who don't know what the Black Books are, they're sort of like these major campaign books that Horus Heresy, 30k, Age of Darkness, whatever you want to call it, has been releasing over time. And this one will feature Imperial Fist, Blood Angels, Sons of Horus and World Eaters, and the Imperial Army. Sons of Horus and World Eaters trying to conquer this Imperial-held world. Rule set wise, apparently we're going to have a 7th edition core of rules, which is cool. Like, if we are going to make this a mainline game, it can't have that same rule system as, I guess, 40k, because otherwise, what's the point? We can just give rules and play in different timelines of using the 40k rule set. So I'm glad we're going to have a different rule set. Now, apparently, it'll obviously have tweaks. That's to be completely expected. We've learnt things since 7th edition. And units and formations in particular are going to have 8th, 9th edition-like rules. What this means, I don't know, but it really is interesting. I really like the sort of army formation way we have in the current 30k. It was one of the really cool things I thought about 30k that was really interesting. That sort of did formations better than what 40k at the time was doing. So it'll be really interesting to see. Now, apparently we're also going to get a Horus Heresy Compendium, which will be great, especially if we're updating to a new edition. We've only just finally got all the legions and all the rules we need for Horus Heresy, so to actually get a compendium sort of updating and making sure everything is playable right from the get-go of this brand new edition is very, very important, I think. So it'll feature all legions, Mechanicus, Imperial Army, and the Auxilia as well. Great. Give us all those rules so we can play. Maybe some Ruined Storm Demons in there as well would be really great, Forge World, if you're listening. And apparently this is all going to be accompanied by a brand new spray paint range that will help you create all these different Space Marine legions. Whether or not this is going to be a mainline product, we've seen spray paints come out alongside things before and slowly fade away over time. It was definitely a tactic Games Workshop were using for a while. They were releasing an army and then they were release like a spray paint to go along with that would eventually disappear. You know, Sylvaneth had Mournfang Brown come out. We had Storm Vermin Fur along with Storm Vermin Cabalite Green when the Dark Eldar got a big release in 7th. So that'll be interesting to see whether a Spray Paint Ranger will stay around. It'd be really cool to see a Spray Paint for Sons of Horus, which apparently is rumoured. That would be amazing to see that paint range actually exist. But enough of all this other, I guess, sort of stuff. Let's talk about the box set. And so, the box set contents. Well, first of all, we've got 40 Mark 6 Marines. Mark 6 is going to be interesting, like the Beaky Marines. This is what we're going to get. So, I mean, there's some of my favourite. The Corvus armor is one of my favourite marks of Space Marine armor. I really love the Beaky Marines. Be fantastic for me. Making some Raven Guard or Alpha Legion out of them would be really cool. But we're also going to get 10 Cataphracti Terminators at Spartan, Contemptor Dreadnought, which will be the Monopose Kauth box set model, which is okay. You know, that model was completely fine. For a starter set, cool, fine. One Imperial Fist Castellan with the helmeted or unhelmeted options, and then the Sons of Horus Praetor with helmet, no helmet, or a corrupted head option. I mean, this is pretty decent, and in all honesty, we've seen sort of those pictures floating around with a Spartan in the picture, with a Contemptor Dreadnought, Imperial Fists. This all looks to be like it may actually be the contents of the box set, which is pretty sweet. Now, this box set is going to be the sort of launch box, so it's going to be much larger, and we'll talk about the two smaller boxes and what they contain and all of that in a second. But if this is the like launch box, it's apparently going to be 240 British pounds, which is a lot. That's going to be expensive in Australian dollars for me. I can see it now. But hopefully if it's a mainline game, means Games Workshop will sell it and it won't be quite as bad because Forge World prices are horrible over here in Australia. But yeah, I could really get excited for this box set. Could see me and little brother and even my dad all picking up a box set and just building up some legions. Could be a ton of fun to do. Now, with that said, I'd be interested in how, I guess, chapter or legion specific these two models are for the Sons of Horus Praetor and the Imperial Fist Castellan. Hopefully they can be converted into the same army, or you know, you get it with a friend, you both swap. But I hope like they're not too, I guess, made into those chapters, and that you could easily like make your own chapters out of them. That was what's really cool about Kauth and all of that, is you could easily turn it into any legion you wanted to. With this, we'll also be getting an Age of Darkness rulebook, a little intro booklet, and a little campaign booklet. Very sort of standard stuff you see with a lot of these box sets, which is really cool. But yeah, what do you think of this loadout of models? This is a really sweet set of models, if this is what indeed is coming in a launch box. And so, apparently that launch box will be followed by 3 intro boxes. Now, this is a very good sort of rumour. I guess it's sort of, we know this sort of system on a launch box like Dominion or Indominus coming along, and then we get the 3 new ways to start an army, which is a fantastic way that GW do it. It gives multiple price points of entry. These are great for building singular army, especially in 30k. Now, apparently in the big one, you'll get 30 Marines, 10 Terminators, a Dreadnought, and 2 characters. The medium box, you will get 20 Marines, 5 Terminators, the Dreadnought, and 2 characters. And the small set, you'll just get 10 Marines. Apparently, the 2 characters from this are different than the ones that will be featured in the launch box, which would be pretty cool. You know, if that launch box just have cool, unique sculpts in it that you're not going to get anywhere else, I mean, that's cool. Like, different sculpts that don't affect the game in any way, fine. That's cool. If they're only in the launch box, fine with that. I don't like it when, you know, models, like, become hard to get that are actually needed to play the game. So, this is pretty cool. And so, yeah, this is really interesting on all of these Horus Heresy rumours on if this is indeed going to become a mainline game. I'm probably going to jump right into it. I'm really, really keen. Alpha Legion or Raven Guard, maybe Blood Angels. I'm not too sure. It'll be one of those 3, maybe all 3. Probably get a little brother in on it and he'll get his own Legion. I'm really, really excited to see how Horus Heresy is going to go in the future and what we could be seeing in the future. Like a 2.0 edition for it is so needed. Just to sort of breathe some life back into the game and really sort of put the spotlight back on it, especially as the Siege of Terror comes to an end. I'm really, really excited. Now we just need to get a Great Crusade game going, and we're pretty sweet. But what do you think of all these rumours? Are you excited for some new changes to Horus Heresy? I know it's just Marines on Marines, but it is one of the coolest stories in all of Warhammer, the Horus Heresy. I absolutely love it. Can't wait to see where this all goes, and if indeed this is true. And so that's the end of the video. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here at Cinderfall Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the video's description to our Discord server. Lastly, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so by either Patreon or YouTube members, or going and purchasing some merch from Teespring, on which you'll find all the links for Patreon, YouTube members and Teespring in the description of the video as well. Lastly, we'd like to give a shout out to all our patrons and YouTube members who help support the channel. It's amazing what you do, and it really helps us get more and more stuff out for the channel. So thank you to our patrons: Christian Weir, James Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shop First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Dynet226, Anton Nielsen, JJ Austrian, and Average Wargamer. And a special shout out to our YouTube members as well: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, and Revan R. Lastly, a special shout out first of all to Lady Witchfox Art for doing all the amazing artwork for the channel you can see here, and to Xmorphic as well for doing an amazing job doing all the background work on our Discord server. Thank you to everyone once again for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, comment below. Thank you all. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.